I mean, tongue twister. But yeah, I'm here now because I kind of know this game a bit.
Nice, glad to hear it. We're gonna have a good race for you guys again this run, and it appears that they've started. So we start off with Hat Kingdom. It's a very basic kingdom, a lot of movement, very easy to bonk on.
Are you ahead of me, or are you watching on streams or something? Okay, yeah, so they're just about to jump out, I think, from what I'm at in my feed.
Very good move, both of them, triple jumps.
Seem pretty in sync so far. Both of them getting a bit of frog pats there. That's what I like to call it, because he's just patting the head of the frog instead of going to the cutscene.
Yeah, that seems to happen a lot, and it kind of sucks when it happens.
Weird route to the top of the hill here.
I love seeing the interesting movements for things like Feinberg just did for us.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen that before.
It's really cool to see how many runners are doing different things throughout the entirety of the run. But they both have very good kills on Chopper. Now they'll both be entering our Cascade Kingdom of the run, and this is a really cool kingdom, really cool movement, and we get to see the dinosaur jump coming up soon, which is a very finicky trick, but looks super cool when you get it.
Yeah, this trick kind of separates the men from the boys.
Most definitely. There's a lot of cool different ways you could do it too, which is also interesting.
Aw, getting hit by the chain jump.
That sucks when it happens.
Yeah, that's some really tight movement to not get hit by the chain jump there.
They're both still pretty close to each other too with that hitting by the chain jump.
Oh, absolutely.
They're just barely 3 seconds apart, what it seems like.
Gets the homing on the T-Rex, nice. Both of them get it. I'm still not good enough at that, I guess.
It's definitely a wonky thing. Ivan does get the dinosaur hop first, this track.
Oh, just barely missing it.
It's a little bit too low.
I think it actually is possible, even if you bonk on that wall, to still trigger the cutscene.
Yeah, because the bonk puts you up just a little bit, and it does push you over the loading zone sometimes.
Okay, second try T-Rex skip there, so he's not too far behind now.
And Ivan had a very good Madame Brood fight. Feinberg also cleans up very nicely. This is a really cool movement that Ivan's about to do here to get this moon. I always like this movement. It just feels like a lot of fun to watch the triple jump dive and like another dive to get the moon.
Yeah, definitely. Although there is that risk of the bonk there, but not too hard.
Let's see how Feinberg cleans it up. Gets it just as nice. And then now we have Ivan going into our Sand Kingdom, which is a really cool route for me right now because there's so many different variations of Sand Kingdom that it changes from player to player almost. I feel like there's so many different ways to do it.
Yeah, I'm more closer with the routing community, and I've known that any percent there's like so many different routes for Sand Kingdom. I don't even know all of them, and they all seem to be roughly the same time, like around the same time, doing optimally. So it's really up to just what you're comfortable with a lot of the time.
Most definitely. I like to do the routes that have a spin slip in it because it just adds more to it.
Yeah, but that adds some inconsistency. So I don't really expect anyone in the tournament to do that.
Ivan does make the cycle for the bird pretty nicely. And gets to the pipe too.
Feinberg also getting the moon from the bird.
And Ivan's here opting to go in for the shot moon. So I wonder what moon he'll skip later on in the run.
And let's see how many tries he has to go for the top of the dune moon here. First try, nicely done. Both of them first try. Okay.
The hitbox of that is so small. It's so rare to see a first try.
You do definitely end up getting a feel for it, just visual-wise. I mean, maybe you can try to feel for the round ball, but it takes a bunch of time as well.
Ivan gets the top of the icicle, and he slips off. What a slippery icicle.
Okay, I think I have to go the slightly slower way of getting up this wall.
Feinbergs appear to be got it just nicely, and now they're, back to almost even again.
Funny how that can happen.
I do think, though, that Feinberg is still down one moon, though.
Yeah, because Ivan got the shot moon. Okay, Ivan not doing Sphinx Clip, because why would you ever do that?
Not an easy trick to do.
That's an interesting moon to get. I like this route.
I really do like the one that Feinberg's doing right now. It's a lot of fun movement to watch.
A lot of moving around. I guess he's gonna get this one and then warp out. Warp back to the flag. To get more. Or no. Okay.
think that's what he's gonna do. I think he'll be doing the older route that we used to do about 2 weeks ago.
Right.
I like how we say 2 weeks ago, did an older route because there's just so many different changes now.
Yeah, the route for Sand Kingdom changes, I think, basically once a day.
It's got to be at least once a day. And then Feinberg will not be warping now. He'll be doing it later on the run. Ivan does get the Jaxie pillar jump first try off the Bullet Bill, which is
yeah, it's a good Jaxie skip to get there. Well done. Looks like he's going for Wandering Cactus. Yeah, and then ending an Oasis, I guess.
Fine will be doing the same thing. They just got there in a little bit different fashion. They just got a couple different moves along the way.
So yeah, kind of hard to tell who's ahead or behind. I mean, the moon count kind of helps, but... Okay, yeah, it's the moon count entirely. Not thinking about it.
Yeah, the routes are definitely very different here, and there's so many different ways to do them. Unfortunately, he didn't pull the cactus out far enough, so he jumped out. He ground pounded and hit the cactus.
Yeah, he had a ground pound underneath the arm of that cactus.
The one cool thing about Feinberg's route here is that he's just going to warp to the Odyssey after he gets this and skip the music notes. And Ivan will now be entering our Lake Kingdom, which is a very short kingdom, but it's also really cool with the capture of the fish. You get to move around the water with it.
Yeah, the fish could be kind of tough, as we, if anyone was watching the previous route, previous race, there was definitely took a few tries for one person.
Yeah, that last jump out of the water can be kind of finicky because of the angle of the camera kind of throw you off.
Yeah, you can mess up the timing just a bit. This jump up the wall is actually a lot easier than it looks as well, so...
Ivan gets it very nicely too. Good movement out of Ivan so far in this Lake Kingdom.
Like seriously, go home and try that jump right now. You probably will get it. But the one at the end of this side, that might take a bit.
That one definitely takes a bit to get used to.
Oh, I'm missing the Dory Moon there. Some weird camera going on. And this pillar doesn't want to activate.
The hitbox or the fish stack can be kind of weird sometimes. You can swear that the hitbox, like the lines are going over something, but it just doesn't register. Ivan does get his fish jump first try. Very good movement in his Lake Kingdom.
Nicely done.
And that was a pretty clean Rango fight for him too.
Nice. So both first try on that. So yeah, it's two very good runners, it seems, to this point.
They're both very good Lake Kingdoms in both of them. Fine actually missed his first hit for Rango.
Ooh, yeah. Down to 1 health on Rango, which can be kind of scary.
Almost definitely. One missed timing, and it's Unfortunately, you're hit. But he does manage to actually finish it. Now I get to enter the Wooded Kingdom from Ivan and shortly Feinberg. And Wooded Kingdom's a really, really cool kingdom in terms of movement. It's a lot of vertical movement over the horizontal for most of the other kingdoms. So there's a lot of cool like vertical stuff we get to do in this one.
Also, I think I know you were talking about the Pokio, but I actually like this. I like the Sturm. Over here, whatever it's called.
Is that what the capture of this kingdom's called, the Stern?
I think it's the Stern, yeah. Something like that.
I actually thought it was just an onion.
It is. It's basically an onion, but I'm talking about the official names here.
I actually thought the official name was just an onion.
Yeah, if you actually take the time to look at the capture list, they say them.
It's really cool. They're a lot of fun to play with.
Oh, we haven't even been talking about coins at all.
Well, I mean, this route that they did, they both went to the Sphinx, so they're both going to be pretty clean on coins. I feel like you only have to worry about coins if you skip the Sphinx, because then it becomes kind of like a collect them throughout the run too.
Yeah, definitely. Good movement to get that bunny. Oh, and bonks for the nut.
Unfortunately, Bonk's getting the nut here. And here is a super cool capture that I already forgot the name of it.
Honestly, I'm about to just turn on my Switch and look it up right now. I just don't want, because I kind of am curious at this point.
Ivan is also opting into going the Wooded Kingdom route, where you get this moon here first in the little maze, and then go down to the sewers and then warp back up. As someone who does routing, do you think this route is faster?
It's hard to say. Honestly, I'm a router for like all missions 100% because I'm crazy. But but they definitely are interesting. It certainly saves time to warp at the end there. I don't know about the rest of it though.
Well, we'd see both variations of the route regardless for both the runners. Fine doing the way we do the sewers first, and Ivan doing the way we warp out. I like to get to see how we get to see the same kingdoms just done very different ways. We have races like this.
So I don't know where I got Charm from. I did just look it up. It is called an uproot.
Okay, uproot, very simple.
Yeah. Okay. I'm missing the kill on the Piranha Plant here.
He does end up getting the story moon though, so he's on this last part of Wooded, and Fine is just behind him.
Chad having way too much fun with these nuts right now.
Definitely the best part of the run are the nuts in this kingdom.
Yeah. I'll allow it.
No pun intended. There is actually, unfortunately, called nuts in the name of the moons. But Feinberg is having some good movement getting this one around the corner. Ivan is collecting the final uproot capture of this kingdom. And he'll be doing a really interesting jump here that is kind of finicky to get used to when you pop out and shake your controller and then jump out being on top of this place.
Oh, yeah. Okay, second try there. It's also interesting what movement you're going to do for this the falling platforms here on the left. Because there's different ways of getting up there. Some are safe, some are faster, obviously.
Now Ivan is entering the spirit fight, or doing the spirit fight already, I'm sorry. Not a bad fight so far, too.
Interesting way to keep the camera like this.
Definitely is an interesting angle that it looks very helpful, too. To make sure you're always like going on top of him.
Yeah, def.
Fine getting the upward jump first try as well. That was pretty good.
Definitely allows Feinberg to catch up a little bit there.
Playing for a game of seconds up to about Sky Kingdom Lost Woods. That's where stuff can really start to go wrong for you.
Yeah, this is definitely still really close.
Fortunately, with the upcoming kingdoms, the Lost Kingdom, it can go sour pretty fast.
Yeah, Lost is pretty tight in its movement. In terms of like what moon order do you want to go for, and if you want to do the optimal strat, there's a lot of mistakes that you can make that could lose a lot of time.
Unfortunately, it's just one of those things where one missed input leads to a death.
Definitely in terms of the route, I think Lost Kingdom's just my favorite just because of how quick it goes. If done correctly, those each moon is within like a few seconds of each other.
It's definitely very satisfying to watch too when it's done optimally.
But before we go to Lost, we got the Bowser fight here.
This fight can be a little bit wonky at times.
Yeah, I actually did not know until I started watching this. I like speedruns that, and then later routing a bit, that you can actually get him before he starts jumping like that, and also holding your cap on his hat. I can't speak.
Oh yeah,
I'm
yeah.
sorry.
Like what he's doing here, where he just brings it to him right in front of his face.
Yeah.
There's a little bit faster ways to do this, where you hit the cap at the same time you grab it, and it's pretty sketchy looking, but it looks really cool when you get done right.
I'll have to look into that.
It's like right after he throws it, you would have to hit the cap.
Oh! Did a bit too close to Bowser there, and I just immediately got returned.
Yeah, Bowser did what we called a yoink right there. Just yoinks it right out of Mario's hand. Ivan's now entering up the Lost Kingdom, one of the coolest kingdoms. I love the art style for Lost Kingdom as well. It's very Twilight-y type theme. Ooh, and unfortunately he bonked at that little ledge. That's a tough one, to do the triple jump off the tree and make that. Meanwhile, Feinberg had a really good Bowser fight as well. I've been recovering very nicely. Let's see how Feinberg does this jump. He makes it first try. Nice.
And goes right into a roll to get over the next gap. That's a good job there. Really liking Feinberg's movement here.
That was definitely very good right now. That's a really sketchy moon to get right there on the edge of the tree.
Interesting, both are going for this route. Okay, and now for the moment of truth.
Fine almost does. Yeah, unfortunately doesn't get the one cycle of the little bomber guy, whose name I also do not know. But Ivan did get the deathless strat, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, that was cool to watch. Oh. Okay, I was gonna put Feinberg a bit behind now.
Yeah, that's a tough one. Sometimes you just slip off a little bit faster than you normally do, and you just fall and die, unfortunately.
At this point, I still like, just cause it's such a risky movement, I still take the checkpoint whenever I run this kingdom. Just so I end up by Klepto and don't have to worry about doing all this again.
Oh, yeah.
I manages to trigger it by accident.
Yeah, that's the hard one. No, it really sucks when you die at like the end or after the first couple moons here, because this will happen to you most of the time, or Klepto will take your hat.
And there is still some movement in Metro that could trip Ivan up, so we'll see what happens here.
Sora Metro is definitely a hard one. There's a lot of precise movements and long jumps you have to do that can really stuff you up. Oh, unfortunately, Fine missed it the second time.
Feels real bad.
He does get it third time, though. Very nice third time. I haven't had a really good intercity Metro.
Yeah, let's see if he does in its long jump.
Does pick it up.
Nicely done.
Ivan's playing pretty well this turn so far.
Yeah, I'm not sure of the split timings, but it does seem very good. Very little mistakes.
Now it's Feinberg's turn to run the terror of Storm Metro. Ivan's doing a really cool strat here to lead the Mecha Wiggler into the walls that are short trajectory pass, so it reduces the time it takes for him to travel across the battlefield here to save time.
Yeah, you're literally just guiding him to the shortest distance across. Let's see if Ivan can get a 2-cycle. Oh, missed that last shot just barely.
Oh, the last one sometimes does that too, especially when they're all clumped up like that together. This really sucks that that happens.
Yeah, missing a 2-cycle can really hurt. Just because of how much time it takes for him to get back on the wall after that.
Yeah, it's definitely a rough time loss. But he does have a good 3-cycle.
Oh, fine messing up the movement on the pipes there.
Yeah, that's an easy one to screw up because like the movement at the very end right here is like kind of hard to get from the one to the other fast. So Ivan is doing the daytime metro, which is a really fun section. A lot of cool movement.
I don't know if that was okay. As that was close enough. I still don't know fully how to do that. I've done it like once or twice. Okay.
Definitely a wonky one. Really good racer.
I guess he knows his movement of RC cars.
Something that not very easy to do. Definitely takes practice. I did find out that if you hold up and left to your controllers, and then you do it until you get to the corner, if you just hold down straight back, you do get the car like just like that every time. Easier said than done though.
Fine, also missing 2-cycle.
So here's the $1 million question of the run. How do they take out the trash?
No one puts trash in there. That's how.
There you go, guys. You heard it here first. No one puts trash in there. Now this tower that Ivan's climbing it can be kind of annoying sometimes. I do like the jump off half-throws on it though.
Nails the dive. It does not land in the pool, because that would be slow. But it's, I don't know, I wanted to make a diving joke. Anyway. And gets left at a cafe pretty easily, too.
Alright, and Fine also, he misses the girder thing, unfortunately. The little hat trick. It's kind of annoying. Having a little bit of trouble with the RC car, but he nails it.
It looked like he was trying to do the same trick that Ivan did, but he messed it up slightly.
Yeah, it's like precise, but once you kind of get used to it, you gotta get a feel for it. Feinberg just missed the edge of the bench that allows Mario to sit on it. Ivan here is finishing up his Metro Kingdom. He had a pretty solid Metro Kingdom. Nothing really was out of the ordinary, except for the 3-cycle Mecha Wiggler. That was a pretty good Metro overall from Ivan. Now we'll get to see him do the next section, which will be Seaside, I'm pretty sure. Feinberg's grabbing the Dumpster Moon and the Construction Girder Moon. Also both very good. He opts him to go to Snow Kingdom first. Nice.
Sorry, I had to talk for a sec there, friend.
Don't worry about it. Ivan here is going into Snow Kingdom. I forgot about the coins, actually, that he didn't have to go into Seaside first.
Yeah, because they both went for the Sphinx. They don't need really to worry about their coins.
Feinberg actually kind of has to. He's actually only at 76. So I'll be curious to see if he goes into Seaside first instead of Snow.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because of all the deaths that Feinberg had, that's what it is.
Ivan just... Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, unfortunately, with all the mess up and lost, that you've ended up losing 10 coins per death. So
yeah, it's definitely hard.
Hi. Oh.
And now Feinberg's on his last 2 moons for the kingdom, so he's not too far behind Ivan right now.
No, but we may see a split of him going to Seaside first.
And that'll really shake things up till the end of luncheon. We don't really know who's, how they're doing far behind each other.
Oh, misses the jump for the this treasure chest here.
Yeah, sometimes whenever the camera turns, you're in a little jump like that, and you throw your hat, and the camera pans a little bit more. Even if your analog stick is in the same direction, the camera movement just changes ever so slightly, and you miss it.
Yeah, the camera's really wonky on that bridge.
Really cool movement for Ivan right there to get that moving on top of the blocks.
Yeah, running with the Taifu air. Yeah. It's really nice.
Now we get to see where Feinberg is going to go to. I'm pretty sure it'll be Seaside. Oh, it's also Snow as well. Sometimes I wonder if it's intentional or not sometimes now because of the way coins work. I do believe that Fine will be able to pick up the amount of coins that he does need, though, before he even makes it to the actual section where they're needed. Good movement there from Ivan.
Yeah, definitely.
Sometimes the ice can just not like you and just push you off or mess up your angle. Unfortunately, ground pounding on top of the boxes is not gonna work.
Yeah. I am sad that I'm a bit sad that Snow Clip doesn't actually have a spot in any percent, but it's fine.
Unfortunately, I do wish more clips were in the 80% run, but at the same time, it's also nice that they're not. So you don't have to grind out some weird glitch just to save 20 seconds.
Yeah, definitely. Feinberg's camera being really weird here, so it's not really helping much to find this moon.
Definitely one of the weirder camera angles I've seen. Ivan did have a very clean Snow Kingdom himself.
Oof, bonking on the fence.
Sometimes if you get too close to where the marshmallows, I'm not sure the name.
Typhus.
Typhus. Sometimes you get too close to the Typhus, that they just take Mario's hat away from him, and it really stuffs you up.
First time I heard marshmallows for them.
They look like marshmallows to me.
No, I see where it comes from.
I'm pretty sure I don't call anything in this game by the name they're supposed to be called.
It's okay.
Ivan has a really nice jump in Seaside. That first one could be a little bit tricky at the very end. It's pretty easy to bonk at the ledge. Last little spiny didn't want to get blown off. I had to do it twice. Good from Ivan to get that moon like that. So what Feinberg's doing here is he doesn't have enough coins to get the moon from the shop, so he's just gonna go in this section and get the moon shards and the chest in the upper right-hand corner of this section, so he can pass behind the shop from the moon. But he will not be getting the moon in the section with the snow and the brutal fight at the very end to make up for that not having that moon shop. Ivan's having a pretty good water part of the seaside with the fish. Good movement here. Sometimes fish movement can be kind of wonky-ish, not really helpful that it just bonks like everywhere.
Sorry, I'm not too familiar with this area.
It's all good.
I just know the general part of this route, so I can't really say much about the fish movement, but just following the route correctly.
It's all good. Ivan's fishing up. His seaside was pretty good. Whenever it started, he had like a little bit of movement errors after he got the Rumble Room moon, but other than that, it was pretty solid. Feinberg's grabbing his last minute of snow to finish up that kingdom.
Yeah, that was a good Goomba room movement there for Feinberg. And yeah, Ivan finishing up Seaside.
So Ivan's going into one of my favorite kingdoms, the Luncheon Kingdom. It's tons of fun to watch. A lot of cool movement, a lot of cool strats. And overall, it's a really cool kingdom. It's all about food.
Yeah.
And right now there seems to be two different variations for this Luncheon Kingdom. There's like the fork room people like to do sometimes, and other people like to do the fireball room. So it's really cool to see which runners do which one.
Well, the fork room's a lot safer, so.
Oh, I love the fork room.
Yeah, it's definitely fun movement because flicking is always fun to do, but it is slightly slower from what I know.
Ivan does have some pretty solid movement here to start off the kingdom with. That was pretty solid first 2 moons. And then he'll be entering the Spirit fight now. Meanwhile, Feinberg starting off his Seaside Kingdom. Grabs his first move very nicely.
Yep. It's a good jump there. That is not free, so good to get that. And again, we get to see Ivan's interesting camera angle for skewer strategies.
It's the same camera angle that I use, actually.
I guess I've just never seen it.
Very, very nice. But Feim also did the exact same bonk that Ivan did in Seaside. Oh, he missed his little hat jump, unfortunately. But he did recover, like, really nicely to get that moon. Okay, Feinberg. Fine's playing it super rough with that one. I was unsure if he was going to make that. Yeah, he started off kind of wiggly, but he cleaned that up pretty nicely.
Maybe Ivan just knows the the slopes on that mountain better than we do. Because yeah, I was definitely scared too.
Now I get the coolest moon in the game, the soup moon. Who doesn't
Got a
like it?
You got a problem with this moon?
I love this moon. It's about soup.
Gotta make some soup. Gotta be a good cook.
Everybody loves a good cook. So far, Feinberg's Seaside move is pretty good. Not bad with his little fish. And here we'll get to see Ivan either do his forks or his fireball room.
And he's going to fireball.
Oh, he's gonna risk it.
Oh, wait, yeah, okay.
Yeah, he's gonna go for fireball.
The camera fooled me for a second. It looked like he was like pointing his attention to the fork door for a second.
Now Feinberg's finishing up Seaside, and he'll be entering Luncheon alongside Ivan, just a couple minutes behind though. And then the cheese here likes to not go away.
I think that's more of the pan bro, not throwing pans correctly. I don't even think that's his official name. I just like calling him a pan bro.
It's a good name. They throw pans, so pan bro. Other guys throw
Pan
hammers, hammer bros.
Yeah, duh, of course. I guess if you just know how the pan bro throws his pans, you might be able to get that a lot more easily. But it's like the only time we ever capture a pan bro in the route, so not much time to practice with it.
This has been a pretty good luncheon coming from Ivan so far.
And now we get to see the flame room.
Feinberg had a really nice ground pound jump coming out of the first moon. Not an easy one to do.
Oh, missing it. Just barely.
I like something had stuffed his momentum after he had first gotten the tomato.
Yeah, I think he got a bit scared with his movement there, so I think pretty much if you stop any movement in midair, you just kind of fall straight down, like there's no recovery, really.
Yeah, it definitely sucks. And he had a very good fireball room. Other than the mistake of losing the first fireball.
And does not get a quick pipe. Not really a huge thing, I just like seeing it happen.
Feinberg had a great fight with Stewart.
It definitely seems like Feinberg caught up a bit.
Yeah, Feinberg's doing pretty good movement lately. And now Ivan has gotten the last moon, and he'll be going to the Ruined Kingdom, which is a boss fight that is mostly just like a slideshow, the same thing every time.
It is, but I do love the theme of it. It's casually, this is my favorite part of the game.
It's definitely an interesting part they took for Mario, because it's not Mario themed at all.
Not in the slightest. It comes out of nowhere. My jaw was on the ground the first time I saw this.
I thought it was super cool too, that it was just a giant dragon in Mario.
Yeah, not just any dragon, a realistic, well, not realistic, but you know, like not cartoony looking dragon.
Definitely really cool coming out of Mario game. Oh,
Missing the turnip there, huh?
well, he's going for the swag triple jump dunk, but unfortunately missed it.
I guess he forgot that moon. I'm launching here. Oh wait, no, I'm stupid. Okay, so he just messed up jumping. Okay, and we're gonna go the fork room.
Nice, good to see both Forks and Fireball Room in the same race.
Yeah.
Good to see the two different variations of Luncheon. This is
And
the
just
best
see how,
room.
just seeing how fun this room is to do.
Yeah, this is definitely the best room in the entire game.
At least the any percent round. I'm pretty sure there's some better rooms. Just that exist.
More than likely. I just really enjoy doing Forks and watching Forks.
There are other rooms that involve forks.
Meanwhile, Ivan's been having a pretty good Ruined Kingdom so far.
Yeah, just getting a typical fight here.
Everything's looking pretty good.
Yeah, like you said, it's pretty much just a slideshow of movement. So once you get it down, it's the same thing every time.
Feinberg's actually having a little trouble with this little jump right here on the mountain. It's not the easiest to do, but he does get it this time. He gets the switch pretty fast. And now I will be entering Bowser's Kingdom, which is going to be a slightly longer kingdom with a lot of tough movement, mini bosses, and the infamous Mecha Brutal fight. Now since Feinberg got the 2 moons in the fork room, he doesn't have to get the 2 moons in the fireball room. So his movement here to get this moon on the other side of the mountain will be a little bit different than what Ivan's had to be. That was man to get it. Pretty good job. Good movement overall coming out of Feinberg, climbing these mountains like this.
Yeah. Always makes up for it, like, just having some fun movement. Always makes up for knowing if you're messing up in a run, you can still just relax and have fun with the movement.
I have his movement over in the Bowser's Kingdom so far has also been pretty good too. Also, right here, whenever Ivan's getting the moon shards, at this point now, there is a lot of different ways you can grab this moon here, or these moon shards now. I've noticed there's a couple of different ways to do this one section.
Yeah, there's certain methods going on.
I definitely like what Ivan does there to use the homing cap to grab those last 2 shards.
Yeah, it certainly allows you to not have to aim the cap or even go back for it at all.
Now Ivan is approaching the middle section of Bowser's Kingdom, which involves fighting the 2 brutal fights of the Harriet and Topper one more time, and that's a little bit fun to watch those 2. There's a lot of different ways you can do those.
I think it's like definitely a case of one brutal being much harder than the other.
Yeah, Topper definitely feels a lot harder here than Harriet. Topper, you have to jump on the hats at a very specific timing window to get it correctly, and then it can just go sour really fast if you miss timing. Ivan does know the first cycle very well.
Yeah, that was good.
Very good fight from Ivan. And then he gets hit by a little hat right at the end.
And now I would honestly put in the sleeper emotes right now, right? Because of how easy Harriet is in my mind.
You know, I always say Harry is like one of the easiest fights in the game. I know it's easy to struggle with it, but Harriet's a very simple, straightforward fight.
Damn, I thought chat would actually listen to me and spam Resident Sleeper, but didn't work. So yeah, pretty smooth Harriet fight.
Both those drill fights been pretty well for Ivan. So far, it's been a really good Bowser's Kingdom for him. So we get to see the last part of the movement out of Ivan.
And it looks like now that Feinberg's back in this, we get to see that he did beat the dragon.
Very good out of Feinberg.
Don't know what happened with the dragon itself, but I don't know. It's a dragon's beaten.
I get to see the cool movement from Ivan. I always like this movement here. I think it's really fun to do.
Nails it, yeah.
It's really fun to watch as well. A lot of swift movement, triple jumps, dives, all that good stuff.
Interesting there.
That was a really cool swag right there.
Yeah, a little, yeah. I think that may be a little bit faster just because of how quick the flicks are there. But it seems kind of risky because you're right over the lava or poison. Let's see how Ivan does this mecha fight. Not going for birdless.
He does get the first cycle birdless. Feinberg is also having some pretty good movement for Bowser's Kingdom so far.
And he gets back onto it for the second cycle. Oh! So yeah, there is a few frames where the mech can be invincible. So just unfortunate timing there.
That does suck, but he does get back on there, and I'm pretty sure he'll get the 2-cycle. Definitely feel like Ivan will get the 2-cycle this fight.
And now we just gotta wait for him to stop running, and then we can ground pound him.
And Feinberg is not doing the moon shards for Bowser's Kingdom, and we'll see if he does his a little bit any differently than Ivan did his.
Yeah, he's going for the Pokio strat.
And Ivan did get a nice 2-cycle Mecha Brutal. So he had a really good Bowser's Kingdom. Alright, so now we have Ivan finishing up Bowser's Kingdom. We'll be going to the Moon, Blast Kingdom. There's a really cool jump in Moon Kingdom called the Moon Skip, I think is what it's called, or Moon Jump. It just skips a lot of Moon Kingdom.
Moon Skip, Moon Cave Skip. It goes by a bunch of names. But yeah, I feel like if Ivan messes it up like 2 or 3 times, it actually may allow Feinberg to catch up pretty well. So there is a chance. There are still a couple tricks that might allow Feinberg to catch up here.
We'll see how Feinberg handles his little mini bosses here. He's opting to go for Harriet first.
Doesn't really affect anything.
It's personal preference, really.
Oh, misses the first bomb from Harriet. And the second. Okay, I'm gonna stop watching for now.
It can definitely be rough if you miss those bombs. Because the last cycle for Harriet, when she has to roll them out on her ponytails, it takes a bit long for the animation to go through. Ivan's on the moon, and there's a lot of, like, it's not much on the moon, just basic movement and then the moon jump, really.
Yeah, it's actually pretty intuitive. Like you would think the lower gravity would mess up your movement a bit, but it actually is not that hard to get used to.
Thankfully, most of the moon movement, we're not really jumping around that much, so it doesn't even affect the gravity any.
Yeah, that's true. Let's see how Ivan does on the moon cave skip. Oh, I missed the cap jump.
Feinberg unfortunately did miss the setup with Hopper. I'm sorry. Hopper, I'm sorry. So that was unfortunate. So he had to kind of chase his hat down to find him. And now Ivan's entering the second Bowser fight, and this one's a little bit different from the first one. Because in between phases, he'll like throw a flame at you, you have to jump over it. And then he'll start throwing the spiky Bowser balls at you that you can't hit back. So you have to avoid them.
Yeah, the flame in between phases is actually pretty hard to dodge, casually at least. Even now, I still have a bit of trouble with it.
It's like a really weird hitbox that, as long as Mario isn't touching the ground, it's like you always miss it. But even if like the flame goes through you, as long as Mario's feet seem to not be on the ground, you don't get hit by it. It's like a really weird hitbox for it. Alright, now Feinberg's entering the Mega Brutal fight, and he's also going to go for the birdless strat. We'll see if he gets it. It does look like he also got birdless too. That's really cool. See both of them get birdless in a run.
Yeah, not easy. Oh, manages to get knocked off. So now he has to use a bird.
Almost birdless. No, Ivan will be doing the last part of the run with Bowser movement.
And technically both of them were not birdless, but getting the first cycle with the bird, without the bird, is still cool.
Very, very rewarding feeling and satisfying to look at. He unfortunately doesn't make it back on top of the brutal. Trying to getting back whenever he's in his invincibility phase is kind of rough.
I've been going for 2D skip.
And he gets it.
Nice.
Very nice. And now Feinberg just finished off the Mecha Brutal fight. Not a bad. I think that was 3 cycles altogether.
Unfortunately, we can't hear the music here for the escape. This is my favorite song. Instead, I'll just watch movement instead of singing along.
Yeah, Ivan's definitely flying through this last part right here.
It's gonna be a really good time for a race.
He walked around the little safe way to make sure he doesn't fall off. He's gonna finish the battle of what I like about 111, 33, 34-ish too. So pretty good time.
That's really good. That's about a minute off his PB.
Just over a minute actually. (111.34) is Ivan's final time. Good job, Ivan. What a good run. Now Feinberg is just about to enter his Moon Kingdom and finish off his run.
I like how Ivan's not skipping this cutscene. Just something to watch while we're waiting for all the loading screens, all the cutscenes to go through.
Yeah, good run from Ivan. Good cutscene at the end too. No cutscene skip though. Feinberg's moon movement is looking pretty good right now. And with this win, this does actually put this puts Ivan at 2-0 in his group, which means he will most likely come out of his group in first place.
From what I understand, the brackets there's only 3 games per group.
Oh yeah, so this will be his first place. This does secure his first place.
It secures he could potentially tie for first place, but secures that he'll get out of groups because it's top 2 for every group.
I actually thought it was they played each other twice at first. I didn't realize it was only one time.
Yeah, I listened to you commentate the last tournament, the last race, and because of that, I actually looked up the rules.
Yeah, I confused me for a second. I don't know. I thought it was everybody played twice, but it's good that they only played once. They wouldn't drag on too long.
Yeah, we got a lot of people to go through. The speed game has become very popular in the community.
Feinberg got hit by the little fire at the end. A little bit hard to dodge it every single time. Gets the second phase. Good job.
Always found it interesting how neither of these fights give you a moon.
Yeah, it is funny they don't reward you with any moons. Bowser he doesn't have any power moons, I guess.
Doesn't need them. He's got all the money. Like, look how much money he's got with the tuxedo and like going all these kingdoms and buying all this stuff.
Bowser looks pretty fresh in this game.
He does. Got that gelled hair.
That was the first thing I noticed about Bowser's look in this game. Oh no! Okay, he actually able to recover that. So I've noticed sometimes if you get too close to Bowser, you will take damage and he'll just jump away. But luckily Feinberg was able to hit him before he did jump away. And then we get to see how Feinberg handles his Bowser movement.
Doing a lot of triple jumps. Just for fun.
Yeah, dude, triple jumps are so fun.
I only discovered that you can do triple jumps with Bowser after I started learning the game. It's just nothing you would think that Bowser would be able to do.
Yeah, Bowser's a pretty interesting character in this game. Pretty interesting capture. Definitely one of the cooler ones too, I think.
And now we actually get to hear the best song of the game.
Sour, please.
Okay, fine, I'll just hum.
It's cool that in races we get to hear this song twice. So cool difference between the runners is that Feinberg went counterclockwise, whereas Ivan went clockwise to break these pillars. I would like to see the differences. Even though I'm sure that is very minimal time difference, but it's still really cool. It looks like Feinberg will be finishing his run with just over 18:05 for his final time, or about 18:04.
Also a very good time.
Very good times for both the runners. They both had a good run.
Yeah, a bit further off from his PB for Feinberg, but it's still a just respectable run.
They both played very well this run. And with that, this run is now one more for the books. Team Fart shout out to Ivan on the screen you see. Good job to him. Good job to both runners on this run. They both played very well. Both had some really good times and good movement throughout their run.
Okay, it looks like we're gonna have Feinberg jump in here now.
Hello?
Oh, okay. Sorry about that, Feinberg.
Oh, Feinberg, how are you doing today?
Hey, what's up?
Yeah, we hear you. You're good.
Alright, awesome. Well, damn.
Unfortunately, you weren't able to pull it through, take over Ivan, but how do you feel about what he did this run?
Yeah, it was alright. Early game was pretty slow. I missed a dino jump there, and then that kind of put me out of the right mindset for Sand and Lake. I had a really slow Lake Kingdom, and then Wooded Kingdom was alright, but still just making a lot of little mistakes, nothing too huge. And then Lost Kingdom, you know, messing up that final jump. That, I mean, it seems like every time I play that kingdom, I mess up something that I've never messed up before, so I just don't know what to practice there. But that just completely threw me out of the right mindset for the race. So every single split after that was just losing like 30, 35 seconds at a time.
Yeah, you have had little mistakes at the beginning, but you actually weren't any more than about 20 to 30 seconds behind Ivan, I think, until about the end of Cloud Kingdom. You actually did pretty well keeping up with him.
Yeah, it was really Lost that separated you a significant amount. I'm sure
Definitely,
I'm sure you were starting to tilt a bit, but good job sticking with it.
Thanks.
Yeah, man. Going through that loss, when you die and then the bird catches you, it's definitely not a good feeling. So
Yeah.
even though that happened, you still ended up playing the rest of the run pretty well. So good job to you for that.
Thanks a lot.
So how do you feel about the difference in Sand Kingdom routes? Actually, we've noticed that there's a lot of different ways to do it, and almost every day there's someone doing a different way or a new way. What's your opinion on Sand Kingdom?
Oh, yeah, that's a good question. So, Sand Kingdom, I'm still surprised that it's being routed, considering it was the very first kingdom we were shown in the demo, and people are still changing stuff daily. I think it's pretty awesome that we're so committed to finding like 2 to 3 second time losses. I know I use an old sand route because the new ones use Sphinx clip, and it requires clipping through a wall with some frame perfect inputs, and I'm not the best at that, so I opt to use the slower route, but definitely practicing that clip, I might transition to the faster route too.
Yeah, we actually have Ivan ready to talk as well, if we want.
Alright, that's cool.
Yeah, so I just dragged him in. Ivan, you there?
Hello.
So how you feel about that race?
It's okay. A couple of mistakes, but you know, happens.
You actually only finished your run with about a minute slower than your PB, and you played pretty well throughout the whole run. How do you feel like about the run as a whole? Like, what do you think that you could have done better?
I mean, I don't remember what went wrong in Wooded was really sloppy period. And I died and lost doing the dumb tree jump, and then I think I waited too long on Mecha Wiggler to start firing at him. I was just taking care of the energy balls, and I didn't realize he was vulnerable already.
Yeah,
so I got to recycle there, but
yeah, it didn't lose you too much time because you actually both got 3 cycles.
mm,
I made the same mistake on Mecha Wiggler, yeah, and then my lost, I just died like I think 4 times. I mean,
no, yeah.
Yeah, it was cool to see. So you managed to actually do a deathless lost.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
oh, you did the cap jump out of the final moon.
yeah.
I was trying to go for that, and then no practice just led to me dying. You know?
Yeah, that's.
How do you feel about doing the birdless Mecha Brutal over this standard Mecha Brutal where you just wait for the bird in the first place?
I mean, it's not that bad, and you kind of get one free attempt at it before the bird even comes out. So, I mean, if I go for it, and if I don't make it up there, if I mess up the ground pound jump and bonk on him before I get too high enough to actually like bounce up there, then I'll just use the bird for the first phase. But it doesn't hurt to go for it once. So.
Yeah, definitely, because the bird's not even out there when you start attempting it.
Yeah.
There's no point in not going for it.
So I gotta ask, because I'm not too familiar with the players here. What's going on with the team farts?
Oh, that's my team. It's just an inside joke that a friend of mine said he would.
Yeah,
I think it was.
I know there are a bunch
probably
of people
first
with
tweeted out
farts.
the tournament. Yeah, I probably tweeted out the tournament, and Murray, our friend Murray, was like, "Hey, sponsor me. You just got to put farts in your name, or I'll sponsor you. You just got to put farts in your name." And I was like, "Okay." So a bunch of us jumped on board with that. We're just having fun. So.
Feinberg, what are you doing with this collision glitch right now?
I'm just kind of screwing around, you know, because apparently if you get on a Goomba stack and capture it when it's over a life apart, for some reason it just makes everything but.
Oh, you froze. Oh, you did a freeze time glitch. Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that's what happened. Okay, I didn't see you trigger it.
Just kind of screwing around, you know.
Yeah.
One last thing for I want to ask you, I'm sorry, Ivan. I want to ask Ivan this. Now that you've won today against Dide and also here against Feinberg, I think this pretty much secures you're making it out of your group, no matter what the results of the races are. How do you feel about that?
Pretty good. I mean, obviously, I'd like to make it to the bracket, so no, feeling good. I was a little nervous. coming into today because I wasn't doing too well in practice last night. But I guess it all turned out okay.
You definitely played well on your 2 races you had today. The race against him today, I only got to watch first lap of it, but what I saw was actually pretty close. And for a while, he was ahead of you for a while. So
I had some bad mistakes in that race early on.
But you managed to pull through, so that's really good from you.
Yeah.
I think that just about wraps it up here.
Yeah, I think that's about too. I can't think of anything else I want to ask any of the runners. It was good racing both of you. You guys both did some really good stuff.
Yeah, thanks, dude.
Yeah, thank
awesome
you.
race having you.
Yeah, you too.
Yeah, both of you got some relatively good times. Oh, you even caught the Koopa racer in his T-pose. Sorry. But yeah, good times for both of you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good luck in the rest of the tournament.
Cool.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. So my name is Scott27, and I'm here with Troy Fathens, and we are going to be go ahead and signing off. Please go ahead and give your runners, Feinberg and Ivan, both a follow on Twitch. They're both good streamers. I'm going to check them out and go ahead and follow the stream as well, Speed Gaming. And the rest of you guys, have a good day.
Yeah. See you later.